Thank you and welcome. Today we're going to break down a brand new footage. This is exclusive right now. It's literally a few minutes ago. We got 50 minutes of Hideo Kojima's gameplay. Exciting stuff. We're going to take a look right now as Kojima discuss his game. We're going to bring a presentation together, and this will be all in English for you guys who don't understand Japanese. We're going to learn together today. It's going to be my first time watching this full trailer, but also it's going to be exciting, brand new, actual gameplay. So let's take a quick look here before we get into it. As you can see, Norman Reedus, aka Sam, is in the building. And we're going to have some exciting stuff checking it out today. So, without further ado, here we go. Let's watch it together. Before a mission, most likely you'll have to prep, whether it's gear, clothing, equipment, weapons. All of these things are very vital. And it looks like this game is going to be resource heavy, as everything is going to matter that you bring or don't bring with you. So, as we see here, there's just important things that already showcased from the shoulder dada on the top, which that's what I believe they call it in Japanese, to his book bag, which he's gonna be carrying tons of stuff. Again, you're not gonna be getting audio for this at the moment because it's all in Japanese, and we'll get a translation. And I'll do one more video a little later. But as you can see here, it is super interesting to say the least so far. We did get some actual English for you guys when it comes to another trailer, but we're going to start off with the gameplay and get into the briefing after because it's kind of spoilerish. All right, not too much, but so we're looking at Sam, kind of Metal Gearist inside that elevator. But you're looking at this technology, a lot of awesome, great technology within the game, being able to showcase players throughout in hologram forms. We already have this technology to do these things today, for the most part, to a certain extent. It's not mastered, but it's good enough. And everything you're seeing here, this is kind of going to be your guide. He's going to be your go-to. He's going to be your number one within the game. From everything we've seen, he is the most vital, informative player. If you ever played Kojima games, he always has, in the Metal Gear series specifically, he always has one character who is your guide throughout the game. He's your companion to tell you what to do, what not to do, where to go, where not to go. And that guy right there is it. So as we see here, this is a good quick second that we can take to look through some of these missions. And I know it might not look like much to you guys, but this information that you're gonna see is gonna be the most vital, small details. Okay. So now, if I knew Japanese, I would pause this and read spoiler-heavy missions. This will tell you what you might need to be doing for side missions or main missions. These are the type of things. As you see here, this specific is one of his missions, Sam's orders. You can see now that there's no English translation, so I'm doing my best to break down what we do know, what we do see, and go from there. So once again, you're looking at the details in the menu, and those are very important. And now we're going to take a pause. All right, if you take a close look here, there's a lot of resources when it comes to what you need to do. If you look very closely on the bottom, there's 6 different icons. Okay, there's the chemicals, there's the square, there's a rectangle. Now we don't know what details they are, but I'm pretty sure you collect resources to be either create things, weapons, items, and resources throughout the game are going to be the most vital for this game. So you're gonna have a lot of RPG elements, maybe some looter elements. That is not confirmed that it's gonna be a looter in any way, but I do believe that there'll be tons of resources to gather. Kojima's done that for the Phantom Pain, and we're most likely gonna see that in this game also. Okay, so don't doubt it. Now, right above all that is the actual equipment. Forget about the resources that you're gonna use. The actual equipment. We know the ladder. We've seen the ladder. We've seen the ropes to climb down. And there's devices in here that we've seen. One of them is a trap. Okay? And then there's another one. And I am going to put my mouse on here for you guys to be able to see what I'm presenting here. Let's, ladies and gentlemen, we just got derailed. So, what I wanted to showcase was the specific points that I wanted to show you guys. So, if you look right here, these are the resources. If you want to pay attention to that, this is what you're going to be collecting throughout the game to create these weapons and items and in various aspects. And of course, we see the boots. What's cool outside of these boots, there's going to be different kinds of boots. So again, this is already RPG heavy, confirmed. Then right under it, what you're looking at, and what I love most here, is the exoskeleton legs. We'll see it later on in the demo, but you're going to be able to jump very far distances. That is going to be a very, very cool mechanic that we're going to be able to utilize for this game. Okay, and there's going to be a lot of this pausing here, guys, so get a little bit used to it because I want to make sure you guys can see all the details that are in the game. We're going to bring it back for a second here. So, we already got it confirmed, all right? RPG heavy, various items and weapons that are going to be utilized for this specific open world game where you're going to have so many resources that you'll need to gather to create the weapons, the gear, the guns, anything that you're going to be crafting. It's vital to pick up these items. And the reason I rewound that is because we want to look at some of the actual gear and weapons that we have. And I kind of talked and briefly touched on them. But if you can see here, we have the ladder. We know about the ropes. And right under it, this one right here, later on in the trailer, you're going to see it's a trap. You place it down, and it will trap the enemy. And these book bags, we don't know exactly what they do, but we've seen him use them as weapons. All right, so we got those. And we'll keep it moving. We already know about the boots and the exoskeletons. As you can see, the resources. So on the spot, ladies and gentlemen, he's crafting himself some things. He's crafting his legs right now. He needs the resources for this. So he's crafting these things. He's picking up all these items that he wants to take with him for his journey. All right? And these are going to be vital in the long run because you're going to start off with nothing, I'm 100% sure, and you're going to have to work your way up to be able to have these things and to use them at your disposal. So imagine a game with more realistic, what you have on is what you really have. You can't imaginarily pull out an RPG if you don't have it equipped on your person. So these are going to be vital. Each of these boxes, we don't have the exact details. If someone could read it to me and translate them, and we'll take that 100%. But as you see, he's equipping everything he needs. There's a lot of good stuff in here that he's bringing with him. His boots, different kind of boots. For what exactly and why, we got to figure it out. The trap that I told you guys about, the grenades that I told you guys about, these are things he's equipping right now to take with him. And we're going to see all of them used in a little while for various reasons. And you got to pay close attention to what they're being used for and why. Okay? It's very vital to understand that these things are all important. Now, he looks like a madman with a heavy book bag like this, but it is important to know. Now, he's heading out. He's going to be going through, and there's going to be small details that you want to pay attention to. First of all, look at the city, all right? Look at where we are. Just take it in for a second. He's on a big base. This is a huge facility. This is your safe haven, if you want to say. And then there's the amazing landscapes throughout the game. Now, there's going to be probably safe houses. If we're looking right now at this blue area, that might be a safe house, guys. We might be able to be seeing a safe house right over there. Uh, and he already marked his destination, actually. This is his destination for the mission. And let's just take a pause here. There's a lot to look at. If you look at the categories, you're looking at all his personal detail, all right? Check out the movement speed, all right? Check out how much balance he has in his game. All of these attributes. The camping capacity, all right? So just small details that you can see on the bottom right over here. There's a long list, all right? This is not a short, quick thing. This is tons of stuff and very vital to your gameplay, okay? So if you're looking carefully, there's lung capacity, meaning how much far you can run. The balance, which is most likely while you're on these beams trying to cross bridges or small little things like that. Rough terrain resistance. That's going to be how much can you get through big mountains and things like that. And the sync level, which is most likely what we've seen earlier in the trailer where Jeff Keighley, you linked up with him, and that's going to be how you sync in with the whole world. You have stamina fatigue, and then your battery capacity. So these are just very vital to this game. So that's survival elements. These are not quick, simple things. These are very detailed and specific to the gameplay. So now we know what we're going to need. Camping capacity, that means what type of stuff we can bring with us and keep in the camps. You understand that's vital to your survival because this is somewhat of a survival game. There's a lot of key components in here. Let's keep it moving for a second and watch more as we go. And there's a lot of detail in here, and I'm surprised that this is all in English. Since it's Kojima, I would have thought would have been Spanish. But now we do see the indicator. We see how the map's going to look and work, and it's so big. Wow. This game is huge. All right? Don't expect something small. Let's just check it out for a second here and just look at some beautiful holograms right here. Everybody's saying farewell. And again, this is footage from Tokyo Game Show, Kojima and company. It's an amazing thing that I'm watching right now. It's just beautiful, and I'm probably gonna stay quiet for parts. And the reason I don't have the audio because it's all in Japanese, and I don't want to confuse people. I want to make sure we keep it in English so that everyone knows. I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. This is small, just details. You can just look and observe. This is more for your enjoyment. Just to kick it and have some fun. And I'm really, really loving what I'm seeing here. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The scanning to find items is gonna be vital. You can see there's live fruits that you can pick up. He didn't pick it up there, but it's important. It's going to be useful. And every time you scan, you're being able to get information on what's what. It looks like there's different types of water here. There's 3 levels to it. I'm not sure what this stands for. I don't know if the red means danger, if those are points of problems that we don't want to have right now. So, you know, and there it is right there. See a perfect example. Let's take one more look at this. What happens here He's just nice and safe before he touches the red. He gets into the red. He falls deep into the water. Okay, so this is probably the indicator of how deep where the water is. So he has to get away into where is smaller land where he can actually put his feet down and find his path. So little details like that as you scan is gonna be vital for your experience as a player. Okay, and I love it. I love it. I love it. It's very very special right now. Kojima is always adding these small details, and why would that matter in the long run? Imagine trying to escape from a big fight, and you're crossing the river, and it's too deep, and now you're falling apart. You can't swim with 80 pounds on your back. These are not, doable things. And this is where this game is gonna test you. The survival elements are gonna be very intense and extreme, and you wanna be as careful as you possibly can during these times. As we see, of course, the baby. And if those that don't know, I'm talking about this game without getting into the details of this game itself. This is a open world, brand new genre. Stranding is the core elements that we'll get into in a minute. So imagine the Earth going through natural disasters, well, supernatural disasters, and dealing with all of these insane events that are called Death Stranding, and they basically devastated the world. And you are Sam Porter Bridges trying to put it back together. In other words, so this game has a lot of supernatural elements, but it's just a beautiful game. If you look at the visuals, Kojima's doing a really good job, showcasing it right now, just seeing all the beautiful things and what it looks like. That's territory, guys. The moment you leave that area, it is going to cost you. I'm sure there'll be more enemies, very dangerous areas to get involved with. And again, you can go down there. Everything you're watching, I'm 100% certain, is actual tangible gameplay. Kojima always tries to do that with every game you see that he makes. He wants to make it real. So as you can see here, this is one of the main devices, which is, if you want to head down on a rope, you can do so very easily with this device. But in the opposite end, there's a ladder where you can go right up and take care of it. So now you want to pay attention. What I'm paying attention to in this part here is, never mind that we just crossed the terrain to enemy territory. This is a whole different area. But on the bottom left, if you look closely right here where my mouse is, this is a vital part, because that's going to be the D-pad in my estimation. And you can pick different items. As you can see here, he pressed the D-pad and picked a different item. And I'm 100% certain this is how these mechanics are going to be used, because Kojima is very particular about the D-pad being your item selector, just like Metal Gear Solid V, the Phantom Pain. So he's going to use that as his key component. It's a very vital one. And I do believe that we're going to get a lot more in this gameplay when it comes to these items later on. Again, this is a live reaction to this footage. I haven't got to see this fully. I watched 30-second clips here and there, but now I'm watching the whole thing from the beginning to the end. So again, this is another one of those safe areas where he's reconnecting and using his device. We don't know what guess is going to be in here, but this is a Tokyo Game Show. I would guess it is going to be someone from Japan that's going to pop up here. It has to be one of the big dogs. And I'm pretty sure that's the case here. He's a very cool dude. And there he is right there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to remember his name before I say it wrong. But right now, Kojima connected with him. And we have confirmation on this man being in the game. And I can't believe I don't know how to say his name right now. But as you see, just like with Jeff Keighley in the previous trailer that Kojima put out, you get an awesome setup here to reconnect the world. And when you attach this necklace, which has quantum physics in it, um, you're able to reconnect part of the world and sync in. Also, if you remember in the menu, you can sync in and it opens up things for you within the game. As you can see here, this opens up very key part. All right, so you're trying to reconnect the world. You're trying to reconnect America, and I'm guessing you're going to be able to play the whole America. And of course, it's not going to be the real landscape of America, but a smaller version, in-game version of it. And he's went from the East Coast all the way out to finding this gentleman here, and his name, I can never say it right. Um, he's a famous musician. His name is Daichi, I believe. Daichi Michura. And I apologize for my terrible Japanese. Um, but he's in the game, all right? So, and I'm sure in Japan, he's probably one of the biggest famous names. That being said, we're connecting America. So we did that there, and there's going to be multiple outlets. Right now, we can confirm there's 4. I'm guessing there's going to be probably 12 or more different areas you can connect to at minimum, because if you pay attention, there's one in the east and it keeps going through the Middle East. It's going to go out through the west. So that right there is a lot, all right? It's establishing the strands in the world and unlocking this musician, aka new character in game. All right? And we don't know what he's saying, and once again, I do apologize, but thank you guys for tuning in and rocking with me. We're trying to learn what this gameplay has to say. We're trying to learn what we can get out of it. And now, after we watch this whole thing and do a normal breakdown, I'm going to do a deeper dive. This first breakdown is more about just the observation, the general observation on what we see. A pretty cool mechanic there. Once again, every time you go to these places, it looks like they give you something new and something different. And you can better your chances in the world is also sync the world in together, because that is your ultimate goal. And it's a very beautiful thing to see Kojima and company always making the best games in the world. They are the best of the best, and you gotta love it. Once again, a little farewell here. Everybody waving. Amazing. It's fun stuff right there. Just think about how cool that is to have small connections like this. All right? So you got to love it. You got to love it. And Kojima's a madman, scanning friends without telling them they're in games. Jeff Keighley, he was scanning. He's like, I didn't even know what was going on. And that's hilarious. That's something a good friend would do, and surprise someone with something amazing like that. I wonder if some of his friends will get mad, like, dude, really? But anyway, I know I would love it if my friend would put me in a game, especially the greatest creator of all time. So right here, we're seeing he could probably dismantle those ladders and take them with him if he needs them. But interesting stuff here. And now we're watching footprints. Okay, he's following someone's footprints, and I believe this is the mechanic I talked about a while ago. The game has online aspects where you can follow other players' footprints to follow their paths to where they're going. That's what I believe. I might be wrong, but who knows? And that's something that we're going to have to wait and get confirmed. Tomorrow, they are going to be doing the English translation of some of this. Now, everything won't be translated perfectly, but you'll see. So here we go. He's changing his shoes. Excuse me. He had to change his shoes. His feet are bloody. It's not easy. living this life as a UPS guy or FedEx guy. And now we're looking at the beautiful baby. And what is this baby? And if you never played this game or heard about it, Death Stranding has these supernatural elements, and the baby can connect to both sides of the world. So they utilize the baby as, and it's not a baby, supposedly, it's a creature, but we're going to get into that a little later. But that being said, the baby can connect to the other side. So it helps Sam, our main character here, be able to navigate through both sides and try to escape and get through it. And what we're watching here is just rest mode. Okay, we've seen a lot of this through Kojima's Twitter. He displays pretty cool uh, screenshots, and right now we're watching him play music, folks. He literally just played music. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. But again, he's resting up, trying to get his stamina, trying to get his energy and recover from any issues. I like this a lot. Again, a survival at its core, very important, very key. Rest. People don't know how vital it is until they don't have any. And then they're done. And Kojima taking some actual official sleep here. This is when you fall asleep within the game. And it's going to be a vital because you're not going to be able to have stamina. You're not going to be able to have focus on your shooting and things like that. Kojima's already done that with the Metal Gear series, where if you run out of breath and you try to shoot, you're going to have more sway and things like that. So it's vital to keep yourself energized and ready to go. A quick little nap here. You got to love it. Once again, Death Stranding is a open world game where there's new elements of connecting to each other. Very vital things, simple things for you guys to understand when it comes to that. And there's supernatural things that are called Death Stranding happening throughout the world. And it has to do with the other side. And is death real? Will you ever die, or you'll get stuck in this type of aspects, which I won't spoil too much. We already know too much about this game. I know some people think we don't, but we got too much information for it. And I don't want to spoil the story too much. But this gameplay is really good. And now we're looking at resources, guys. Simple stuff. As you can see, this scanner is amazing. It can reach pretty far. And I'm sure this isn't early in the game. This is probably later on when he has a lot of equipment and he's ready to go. And again, resource heavy. Kojima very particular about this gameplay. He specifically created, and look at that, he's sterilizing it. I'm guessing he's sterilizing it so that he can take it with him. It's safe to take, so you can't just grab everything, most likely. And he dropped something for someone else, so I think that was actually a resources that someone in the game gave to him. You can see the footprints. Well, like I said, my prediction is pretty correct. I've been saying this from the start of this game. After the third gameplay where Kojima talked about having multiplayer aspects, I said it wasn't going to be anything specific. But look at here. We have the legs, okay? If you pay attention right now, this is vital. Let's just pause it right here. All right, so what I talked about earlier is exoskeleton, okay? He's going to be able to have the ability to jump far, jump high, possibly hurt somebody with a kick on this setup. And we're doing live commentary right now. I want to keep it focused on the game. I'd like to thank everybody that's coming out and hanging out with me so far as we watch this trailer. So I'm talking about these exoskeletons because they're vital, okay? Pay close attention. You're going to get an amazing ability that you're going to be doing some amazing things. And don't sleep. There's another great device. There's tons of great devices in this game that you can utilize to enjoy as you go forward. One of them is this hoverboard here where it can carry your items for you. As you see, everything got off of Sam's back and onto this carrier. Now he's free to roam. All right, so now he has this device following him. Then he has his exoskeleton legs that he equipped just now. Somebody gave him the resources. And now he can run around and do his thing in the game. And we don't know what this device does specifically, but it looks like it plays music. As you can see, the music single on it. And that is a pretty cool device if you ask me. Every video game needs great music, and we got it with Kojima. He always brings the amazing music, and you gotta love it. You got to love it. All right, so very important to note what this music does for you or doesn't do. I believe it's going to help you with some aspects of your actual gameplay. Kojima wouldn't just put music. I think that now that you got the music, it's probably going to help cheer you up and give you some type of special boost. I would think that would be the answer for this. And we will see. And we're looking what we're seeing here. This is a enemy camp. Shh, keep it quiet. Enemies located. We are looking at a really cool thing. I'm thinking what he's doing here is not allowing them to scan his resources, and he's gonna fly out like a futuristic movie here. He is a skateboard ninja right now. A pretty awesome device. That's gonna be my favorite toy of all time. I'm just gonna speed through the game after I beat it the first time using one of those. You gotta love this. It's very beautiful. Amazing stuff. Pay close attention as he tries to sneak through right now. He's doing a good job getting away with it. And you can slide in this game. Yes, it is. It's a hoverboard. Pretty cool device. And let's look at this strand here. What does he do with this and how does it work? This is kind of looking like a strangler. Now, does it kill the enemies or is he neutralizing them with this special device? It looks like a rope, okay? And it looks like he's just choking them out. And I believe you can go non-lethal in this game. We're going to see it in a minute. But that right there was a good, clean, stealthy takedown. Now he's going to grab their resources. And we got to see what we're going to get out of this bad boy. Hopefully something extremely interesting that we can go. And there it is. The exoskeleton officially. The exoskeleton. It is happening, guys. All right. He's going to be able to equip this also. As you can see right there, the pieces he needed for that is going to be on. And he should equip it instead of having it. And there it is. It's officially on his person. Now he can go ahead. Oh my lord, they saw him. Too late now. And it's time for war. Folks, this is a good part, all right? We're going to see a little bit of combat. This game hides its combat well because Kojima doesn't want people to think violence is the answer. So he tries not to utilize it. See here, an electric shock stunning one of the enemies. Pretty good device, and I believe this is going to be my number one tool. I don't like to kill people in Kojima games because there's a deeper message. As we see here, the combat, nice CQC, close quarter combat. Throwing the briefcase, showcasing that. Really great stuff. And this little chase down here shows, you know, some live action setups where somebody might try to escape. You can take them down and take them out. And again, some of this gameplay is just randomized. They don't want to spoil everything. And players are going to create their own amazing fun within this game. It's an open world. As you can see, there's a lot of landscape. This game is filled with landscape throughout. And we'll be able to test the limits and enjoy it in different ways. So here we are looking at pretty cool mechanics as far as his guy's speed is pretty fast. Um, he's getting away very well. And now I did see a clip of this. So I watched like 30-second clips of the footage before I got in here. Specific footage. And right here, remember he has exoskeleton legs. He's going to take a deep jump over the cliff. That was amazing right there. And that right there is already enough for me to get excited for the future of this game and what you can do and all of that aspect. It's going to be very cool. There's a lot of devices, a lot of mechanics that we still don't know about, but just a couple of good ones, interesting ones, fun ones to have. That's definitely one of the good ones. And Kojima has a lot of parkour in his games, and you gotta love that as much as possible. And here we go. This is a recharge, 100%. He's recharging his exoskeletons. I don't know how or why, but as I watched this part, I understood Kojima's words. I'm learning Japanese just from listening to Kojima's interviews every day that I get a chance. All right. So we're looking at the damn city. Excuse me. Excuse me. We're looking at the damn city. I believe this is exactly where we've seen other characters in this game meet. So maybe you're out here to save her. But we'll talk about that a little later when we watch some of the other trailers. As you see here, he's picking up some resources. And all of this is vital. Kojima's a very good narrator on what he specifically, his thoughts and his ideas on what's important. And I don't have his wording, but as you see here, more resources, vital resources for you to craft all of these very cool gadgets and items. You know, for me, I think as you play, there's so much to learn and grow in this game. I think it's going to be interesting to see what players do with all the resources and the freedom that Kojima will allow. And folks, it's looking like we're about to get into some serious trouble. Time has slowed down right now. It is raining, which means the supernatural elements are coming in heavy. If you guys don't know how this game works, rain is called timefall in this game. And it fast forwards time. We're going to see how it affects this portion of the game. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a nice little fight because I've seen some footage of this fight a little bit earlier. And this is going to get interesting. A lot of key components and very, very important aspects to this. Thank you guys for watching. Again, this is the footage. You can go watch live. I'm just here to educate anybody who can't understand Japanese. I want to try to break it down from my perspective as I study this game so much already. So he's gathering resources, trying not to get caught by these things called BTs, stranded. And right here, he's using his electric, which actually traps them within their realm, I believe, and he's safe if he does that. And there it is. So he has a couple of them. You gotta be very careful here and see something happens. Oh, and he got caught. Now he's in trouble, guys. Things are gonna get very real here. This is where you can watch some action. And again, note, Kojima's very specific. He doesn't want to just show violence the whole gameplay. So it's going to be different type of items used rather than just guns blazing the whole time. And I love that. Very different game. Something, different type of experience. We have hundreds of shooters come out every year. Nothing new, just different skin, different graphics or different, reasons somebody's shooting. But this game has some very cool and different elements. You see this giant creature coming out of the environment, and you're trying to survive. He pulled out a grenade right now. Now, you're going to have to get resources to create these grenades, and you're going to be able to hurt the creature pretty bad with these. As you can see, it does some really serious damage. He took out at least 15% of the... As you can see here, great stuff. Great lunge. He dropped his resources, though. So now he's going to have to figure it out here and fight through to get this creature taken down. I like some of this gameplay as far as the movement from the boss. It's very fluid, and you can try to escape in different ways, which we're going to see in a minute. I did see some of this footage too. Again, 15-second clips. There he goes right there. The super jump very far because of his exoskeleton legs. This device is very useful. It's a very good mechanic, and you gotta love what you see. What I noted here about this part right here is that the actual buildings can crumble. They can fall. From what I'm seeing here, that the creature's destroying the buildings, and Kojima goes and jumps to another building. So this is going to be very interesting to see how you survive this, and the elements. Once again, very key component on the environment being destructible. All right, Kojima hasn't done that in his previous games too much. Big environments like that, a big building, piece of a building just crashing down. So it's going to be interesting. So I'm liking what I'm seeing here so far. They're still in the fight against the creature, and he's going to change his game plan a little bit here. I believe he's going to utilize a special item that he picked up right here. And this is super interesting because that is another Sam Porter Bridges all white, which we don't know what that means in this game. As you can see right there, resources. Is that another player who can drop off items? Is that you in a different realm? Trying to understand what that would mean. But it's interesting. All right, so we got to look into that in the near future. We'll break down more of that in a little bit. But let's stick to this boss fight. So he ends up picking up some different type of items, right? And he uses it to hurt the creature in a second here. We're going to see what he does. And it's kind of like a frozen device, a frost device that he likes. And I think, the different elements, fire and frost or whatever, it's going to be interesting. All right, so here it is right here that freezes him, and then he switches over to a gun. It's the first time we see a gun in this gameplay and used, and he shoots at that specific spot, hurts him really bad, pretty much takes him out too. So you're looking at in elemental weaponry for your use. Very vital, very important. And I like what I'm seeing by this game. You don't have to just go guns blazing. There's different items you're going to be able to utilize. Being able to traverse and jump through different building to building. All that was pretty cool. It's going to make interesting gameplay. And again, this is just one little boss fight, not the major ones, but they're not going to spoil the whole game for you guys. And I don't even need to see anything else for the rest. I would take a launch trailer right before the game releases, a couple days before the game releases, or a day before, and that's it. And I'm happy, and I'm done. But we got a whole mess of amazing gameplay already. Bunch of probably like 2-3 hours worth of, I'm sorry, about an hour and some change worth of trailers for story. So we have enough to go by in this game. So this is a kind of funny clip here. Another thing from Kojima. Hilarious. He's sitting here, and only Kojima could think of these type of things. Okay, I don't know another game that did this. Okay, so he's gonna take a little break. All right, he's literally gonna take a break in this gameplay. This what Kojima edited this footage just so that everyone can see things like this, where Norman Reedus just takes a bath. He's in there in a nice little tub, hot tub time machine. Pretty funny. The babies must be enjoying it too in the heat. It's always good to have those type of elements. So there it is. That's the format of what you're seeing. A simple thing. That's nothing major. And what I do want to talk about that I've said before, back when one of the first trailers came out, when he showed Norman in the shower, I explained that since there's time fall that fast forwards time, Norman can use that and manipulate it to heal his wounds. And I believe that in this water here, he does the same thing, healing his wounds with timefall as the core. All right. So we're looking at good stuff. All right. And let's hope we don't see any man junk in here. But there goes Kojima with his humor, with his quirkiness, with his wildness. I love it. These small little fun mechanics are pretty cool. And as you can see here, you can like this area. You can click on it, and I believe you can mark it. And now this is a very key component, guys. And I'm going to pause it here. Y'all might think it's nothing, but I believe it is extremely vital what we're looking at on this part here. This is going to be the sharing element when you share with your friends and you present it. I'm going to pause it a couple times so we can take a look. All right, so pay close attention. All right. I'm not going to go through each one, guys, but this is a signal creator. Okay, you create signals here. And what I believe it does, it's going to mark this for your friends. As we know, there's a mechanic where you can share resources, you can share safe houses, you can do things like that in this game. That is the multiplayer version of it. Now, you're never going to be together in the game simultaneously, but you're able to do this. And when I get online, you'll mark this area and you'll say it's safe. You can write, as you can see, there's toxic on the area right here. There's the bicycle stuff. All of these things are things you can mark it with. Deadly. All of this is going to be how you market for your friends and for the world to see. It's a vital aspect of the actual gameplay. So you're looking at a key component for the multiplayer version. And this game is about connecting players and us using each other as resources and information within this universe. It's a very awesome idea on how Kojima is going to connect the world through this. And this right here is vital for the players who care, for the players who want to help. And you can have, this. All right. And then just keep looking. We're going to pause it for the next scene. These are more different type of areas you can locate. And if you look on the bottom right here, guess what that is? That is the hot tub signal. So you can create a signal there so that when I get online, I'll know that there's a hot tub where I can go relax and be a creep and look at Norman Reedus' naked body. That's something Kojima must really love. But that's a whole different conversation. All right, so those are key components. He marked it, and now everybody playing the game will know. All right. So we gotta love all of this. Very vital information for the future on how you are going to interact with each other as players. And it looks like you can do the same thing here for the bike if you don't want to use it. But of course, an amazing bike. That's gonna be so much fun to ride. Y'all know me. I used to ride bikes when I was younger. I stopped, but you gotta love it. And here he goes. He's letting his devices be placing them on the bike so he can get out of there. It's gonna be very cool. And I don't know how much footage we're gonna see of the bike, but that is a great device to say the least. And again, these different terrains you see already. He's fast forward time a bit. And I just wonder what type of other terrains we're not watching yet. We know that there's a snow terrain. We've seen that. That's going to be interesting. Um, things like that. A camp to the right. Is he going over there to fight some more enemies, or he's going to move towards the left and just forget about actually heading over there? I think he's going to just keep moving, which is perfectly fine. More mystery for us. I actually love the fact that we don't get spoiled here. I don't want to know everything. Nice little pop a wheelie. Simple stuff here, guys. Some of this isn't needed to break down. Um, Pretty cool setup. And he went through somebody else's signal, so it kind of marked it as a signal cross. He's following another person's footprints. Again, this is a device in the game, a very key component. And another person here that marked this. So when you mark it, this is what you're going to see on the map. As friends, we're going to help each other throughout the game. Okay? And he's customizing areas that he wants to go to in the specific order, I guess. Custom marks. It's a lot of marking. I'm not sure for what that was for, but I guess he just want to showcase that. But here it is. Once again, somebody marked this area as a bicycle terrain issue. You can't get on the bike with this. No bikes, basically. Somebody warned you so you won't ruin your bike, which is perfectly fine. This is a beautiful area here. And we actually seen a little bit of this, which he cut the scene off. This is where we meet a female character in the game, Leah. It looks like that's the area. We're coming back to it for something different. So, again, a beautiful game. A lot of great tools. Open world. A very different dynamic experience for this game. Survival at its core. Open world, we said. There's action, but there's stealth. There's the new connecting players through the strands and using these things to have players interact with each other is going to be a vital part of this game. And I think that's a pretty cool element. Now, we don't know if it's you and the world or you and your friends only that can connect. If it's me and my friends, I'm going to add a lot of Death Stranding players because I want all these resources. I want all these areas. As you can see here, going down the hill, it's starting to make him slide a bit. He's probably going to slip and slide if he doesn't have good balance here. This is a mechanic about balance, and he's carrying a lot of weight on his back, guys. So understand this is a pain in the butt here. It's interesting. As you can see, the balance meter on the bottom right, if you pay attention to my control, right here, that stuff is going up and down. He's wasting his stamina. He's wasting a lot of things. These are resources in the game, so you're gonna have to manage some of that. We could look really good at the area. It's beautiful. He's going within to a city and to a territory. I'm 100% sure is enemy territory, most likely. If not, it's his. This is the great. He finished the mission and he's headed back to the base, which I think that's what's happening here. And it looks like the same area we came from. Really great stuff so far. And I like what I'm seeing. It's going to be a beautiful game. Can't wait to play this. I'm going to take my time. And if I do stream it, I would ask no spoilers. I wouldn't even want help if I get stuck. I just want to play and experience this game fully. Um, Honestly, I don't like streaming certain games because I want to just enjoy them. Don't spoil anything. But since you guys and me connect so much, I have to be online. Especially since it's my favorite creator, the greatest video game creator, Hideo Kojima. So I believe this is uh, our base again. So we're back. We did small, quick missions. Hopefully this is our base, and it says port, not city. Uh oh, this is the enemy's base, huh? He's gonna get into some fights, folks. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what happens here. It'll get interesting. You gotta love it. This is the all the footage of the actual gameplay for Death Stranding. We're doing an English breakdown, trying to showcase the parts that you need to know about, things that you need to see or pay attention to. I don't have all the details of the game. I don't work for Kojima, so please note that this is simply educational, and we just want to talk about what is or what isn't. All right, so we're watching this base. He's heading back home, kind of Metal Gear-ish here. This reminds me of Shadow Moses area, where you can go in and head into an elevator and things like that. So, gotta love it. Really great stuff in this game. And he got some new resources, so there it is. Sending it back. The UPS gamer, the UPS deliverer in the future. And there goes another character kind of carrying us along the way, talking to us about things. Once again, once I get the English version, we're going to do another breakdown of what they said and what is going on. But we already have a good feel for what is happening. And it's looking really good. We got one of my friends that are going to be my Death Stranding companion, KC. We appreciate you, KC. Thank you for coming by, man. Peace and love. That being said, we got to keep it on the gameplay, guys. Apologies. All right. So we're an hour in here almost of this stream, and we broke down a lot of different elements. We know that this device here is a quantum physics device. If you haven't watched any of my breakdowns in the past year, you need to go back and understand the game fully with those trailers. What I'm doing today is breaking down the gameplay that we see without getting into all the details about that necklace that has quantum physics equations on it, and it also has quantum physics elements. As you see here, he connected another piece of the network together, unlocking more of the game's resources, locations, and variations. So, good stuff so far. Interesting. We're still very early on in this game. We still got a lot to go. But we did see some good stuff here so far. And we know a lot of what this game is going to offer. I'm ready to play. And as you can see, the Kojima Metal Gear nod with that elevator. So, there's a lot to play, guys. There's a lot to do in this game. A lot of great resources, items, etc. And as we watch here, we're looking at your recovery, everything you're going through. And resting is important in this game, as you can see. Interesting. Examine figures. There's figures behind them. I want to see them. Use the sink. Go to the shower. Okay, so this is another form of healing your body and your wounds and recovering, in my opinion. It's not confirmed, but I've been saying this for a year already and some change when I first seen him in the shower. Because can see here, he has all these wounds, and I think he's gonna come out a new man. Everything is gonna heal up, hopefully. I'm correct. And then we'll go from there. The toilet in the shower area. That's pretty cool. Only Kojima. Only Kojima, folks. You gotta love it. So there we go. We broke it down. And that's pretty much the core elements of what you can expect from Kojima. He talks more, but he does not display much else. So I can't really get into that. All right. That was a good clip in my opinion. It was very good. We're going to get off of this for a second and tell you guys thank you for watching. We're going to do some really good stuff right now. I want to break some things down for you guys. So get ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Where is it? Just give me a second here, folks. What we're about to do is really get deep into this game now. I want to showcase some important parts. And what we learned so far. Somebody just really wrote that. Somebody messaging me craziness. All right, so now what we're going to do, we're going to watch multiple trailers, okay? And they have English in them, so I'm going to let them play, and we're going to break them down as we watch, after we watch, okay? So together, we'll watch, and then we'll discuss it as we go, okay? We're going to start off with the briefing, which is the brand new trailer that came out today also, okay? So get ready for this. Enjoy. I'll be right back after.
America. Reconstructionism. Her dream isn't dead. I don't want to hear it. This is the face of our new hope. Our new America. Homily.
My mother may be gone, but I'm here. And you, Sam, you're here too.
Been 10 years since you saw each other, right? And in all that time, she hasn't aged a day.
He knows why. My body's still on the beach. I don't get to grow older. But you do, Sam. You look good.
So you're serious then about reconnecting everyone and everything?
Someone has to succeed Bridget, Sam. More importantly, someone has to carry on her legacy and see our country rebuilt. Samantha America Strand, our new president. A new beginning for our people, for our nation. Under Emily's leadership, we'll reestablish the UCA, the United Cities of America. This is how we'll rebuild our country. But we'll need your help to do it, Sam.
No, I'm through with this. I said my goodbyes to all of you when I said them to Bridget.
We never forgot about you, Sam. You ran away. You cut us off.
Emily put together an expedition. The best of Bridges won and went west.
led them past craters in BT territory. I kept them safe while they searched for survivors.
Never once missed a BT. Saw him coming a mile away.
We convinced community after community to join the UCA, and we left behind our own people to help them. It took us 3 years, but we managed to make it all the way to Edgenaut City.
All the way to the Pacific. Jesus.
Yeah, but then everything went to hell. The team was wiped out, and Emily was taken.
Taken.
I'm not being kept in a cell or anything like that. I'm allowed to use their facilities and to speak with you whenever I want. I just can't leave the city.
It's all to safeguard the continued independence of Edgenaut City. Well, that's what our keepers are saying, at least. They want the UCA to leave him be. Emily's their insurance policy in case we don't.
Who are these assholes again?
Homo Demons, militant separatist group. They run Edgenaut City.
I've heard of them. Bunch of terrorists who go around towns killing people and leaving craters.
Right. Nothing's off limits for them. Not even engineering void outs.
You think the suicide that took out Central Knot was one of theirs?
Could be. There are extremists like the demons everywhere, plotting in the shadows. They're decentralized by nature. No one organization to rule them all. Just a common ideology.
I know not everyone shares our vision for the future. If we Americans don't come together again, humanity won't survive. I carried my mother's message to people all across the country. But not everyone was willing to accept it.
More than a few would rather stay isolated. Keep to themselves. Go it alone. Like you, Sam. They think that America can only be rebuilt by force, by men who tell them what to do, who take away their freedom and put them in shackles.
What'd you put on me, huh? You know better than the demons. Just another kind of cult.
They're not shackles, Sam. They're a symbol of our bonds. That's what we need right now. Not to stand apart, but to come together, to form chiral knots and reconnect.
Sam, we want you to go west and finish what Emily started. The people she left behind have been hard at work, setting up chiral network terminals. But these terminals are still isolated. We need you to bring them online. And for that, you'll need a Cupid. This contains all the necessary security and operations protocols to integrate a terminal into the chiral web. Take the Cupid west, Sam, and reconnect the people of our great nation. And when you get to Edgenaut City, find Emily and bring her home.
After that, I'll take over the presidency and carry on Mother's work to save the country.
This was Bridget's dying wish. This is how we'll move forward.
Please, Sam. We need you.
I'm Sam Porter Bridges now. I'm not a Strand. Hell, I'm not even part of this outfit. You all saw to that. I'm not getting involved with you or anyone else ever again.
Wait!
See? It's like I'm not even here. Same as it ever was.
Sam. He doesn't fight. Glad you made it.
What the?
There, she's down. Even though she can't drink it, my body keeps making it. Going through the motions really helps with the soreness, though.
What is she?
She's my daughter. And I'm her mama. It's okay. She's only connected to me. It's not like the other BTs. You can see it, right? You're hooked up. Now you know why I can't leave.
That right there is another clip from the death try to get you guys the best of the best footage possible. Take a look at Dead Man.
Dead man, you there? Little help.
Okay, Sam. Remove the pod and connect it to that incubator.
It's in.
Good. A temporary excessive stress. Easily addressed if we return it to its mother's womb.
Mother?
Located in the capital Knot City ICU. Brain dead, of course.
You mean still mother?
Correct. A still mother's womb facilitates a connection between the world of the dead and the BB. And you, in turn, connect yourself to a BB, granting you the ability to sense BTs. These pods were designed to simulate the conditions inside a still mother's womb. BBs need to believe they're in one at all times to function properly. However, we can only maintain this deception for so long, which is why we must periodically update the environmental data by synchronizing it with a still mother via the chiral network. There. The update is in progress. Right now, the pod is synchronizing with the still mother in capital Knot City and reconfiguring its settings based on the latest data. Returning your BB to the womb in this manner will temporarily reduce its stress levels. That being where it technically belongs, of course.
Kid looks happy.
I'll try adjusting the oxytocin dosage. Autotoxemia should set in much slower from now on. You should remember that BBs are just equipment. Try not to get attached. Each one has been physically removed from its still mother's womb, a process that renders them unpredictable and prone to failure. No BB on record has remained in service for over a year. It may need to be retired before this expedition is over.
And then? You saying there's no way to keep my BB alive?
You must understand, there is still a great deal we don't know about BBs. As we expand the chiral network, and recover more past data, perhaps we'll find our answers.
Just a little longer. Let's get it moving.
So guys, I'm kind of letting these play out right now. So I want you guys to see them, to hear them, to feel them. The audio is very good. The visuals are amazing, and this game is just spot on. So enjoy.
Nothing in the tank.
He used the restroom and he sprayed this mushroom and it grew. Who knows what can grow? And you lay a little bit of urine on it, I guess.
Over here! I'm Sam! Hey!
Sam calling out for someone. Mr. Wooden. It'll be very interesting to see
Anyone?
how many people are featured in this game. I'm pretty sure I have
Anybody
a nice
hear
list.
me?
You'll see. Again, just beautiful footage. What's funny is people don't realize how much amazing technology goes into a lot of these visuals. Unlike some games, this feet, for example, is really landing on the floor. So it's not hovering over. You ever play a game where it looks like your feet are not really touching the floor?
How you doing, Sam?
Delivering cargo.
You the delivery dude? Oh, that's a relief. I've just about given up on you. Good job, man. Good job. Not that I'm surprised. I mean, you're you, right? About time I hopped on the whole chiral network bandwagon, am I right? Join the UCA and all that. You can help me do that, yeah? Thank you, Sam. Hey, take care out there. Hate for this to be the last time we meet, you know? So, I'm gonna need a moment to look over what you brought me. But I'll hit you back via mail after. Promise. Hey, Hey, I'm hoping maybe you can help me out again. I don't want to be weird, but I feel you and I might have like a connection or something.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
Good job, man. Good job.
Thank you. Kindly.
Come back soon.
That's pretty cool.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Of course. Just my luck. It's okay. It's all right. Someone's happy.
More of the balancing issues here when you can't balance right. Once again, beautiful footage. We're just trying to run through some of this so you guys can see it. And this is one of my favorite clips in the game. Just amazing stuff.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
No luck. Visit 218,550. Oh, sorry. Where were we? I may be used to the 21-minute cycle, but for a first-time face-to-face meeting, there's just too much to cover in one go-around.
Can't be easy living like this.
Yes. And no. Now that I'm acclimated to it, it isn't especially onerous. Defecation, pollution, nutrition. Most of life's basic functions fit rather easily into a 21-minute time slot. Sleep is the tricky one. And intercourse, I suppose. Verbal or physical. Not that someone in my position has to worry much about either. Do you read, Sam? Listen to music. Watch films. You know, I keep busy. I have a collection of music, television shows, some very interesting short films, and stories. Everything consumable within a 21-minute window. All from before the Death Stranding, of course. But honestly, the 21 minutes I spend here, all downtime, nothing more. Time spent waiting to go back to the search. My body may be present, but my soul is on the beach. I'm already dead.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. I just wanted to give this footage, just natural footage for a second. Thank you for tuning in. We've had a good breakdown of this video. We did everything we needed to do for the most part on this gameplay on a general standpoint. I'm not going to do detail by detail today. I'm going to wait until tomorrow because tomorrow Kojima will be having his breakdown on this game in English. So from what I'm hearing from the Kojima staff is that they're going to have an English translation. Of course, it's not going to be a full translation. Maybe it's just going to be text. But that's more than enough to get the information we need from what exactly was being said in this part. I think everything I've said was pretty on point. We educated ourselves on the new gameplay. We haven't got to hear Kojima's personal words, but we will soon. Everything went good. I love this game. I'm going to be playing the life out of it. And I thank you guys for tuning in with me even while sneezing. Because sneezing is a part of living and dying. And Death Stranding is a part of living and dying. Alright. So, we're going to end this off here with just some small casual discussion about Death Stranding before I go. So, what is Death Stranding? First of all, you're going to be playing in an open world. There is action, there's stealth, there's a new element called Stranding. Social Stranding connections, let's just say. And you'll see what that is in the near future. There's some really cool elements overall with supernatural. And then there's, of course, regular NPCs. There's a lot of survival in this game. Different terrains, trying to get through and survive all of it. It's a lot of interesting, fun aspects. So, get ready. Enjoy. Should be an interesting experience. That being said, we have a long way to go before release, so I'm sure we're going to get more footage. I have more than enough. We saw some of the clips. I didn't want to show every clip. I wanted to keep this video a little bit short. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you're still watching this live, thank you very much. But this is meant to be somewhat of a footage so people can go and get a quick breakdown. Tomorrow we're going to do the official breakdown and talk about the details of what Kojima says. So you heard me, you heard what I observed, and what I believe to be true, and most of it is factual because I just observed the obvious. But there are some things that he can give insight to in specific detail that are going to be what really drive this next breakdown. All right, so we're going to focus on him and what he has. So if you've been enjoying yourself, thank you very much. You know what to do. I want you to come over to Twitch. I want you to come and be with me on Twitch because that's where I'm going to start streaming for the near future. And it'll mean a lot to me if you're on YouTube and Periscope and all these cool places. And you could just go over to Twitch. I put the link in the chat. So if you're watching this chat link go through, I appreciate you. You are the best. And we'll see you very soon because I'm so anxious. And it's a perfect song to end the day with. I'm so anxious for this game. We got the beat in the background. It's going to be a very good time. Again, Death Stranding coming out in November. Possibly the greatest game of all time. Maybe not. It depends on your taste. It depends on what you're into. But I do believe it's going to be one of the best games you've ever played on the PlayStation 4. As we know, Kojima's a master at his work. And it should be a good time. So, without further ado, once again, I just want to keep the mood flowing and feeling really good right now. And that's why I'm talking extra mellow. I I'm gonna try to get you guys like, yeah, you know. So anyway, thank you. Go and get this game. Play with me. Because this game's about connecting us as players. As you saw, some of the mechanics. You can share locations, put signals up of what is where, leave resources, and do various things. It's very important. All right. So, in this clips here, what we saw, everything you needed to see. November 8th, you can play it for yourself if you're interested on what this is about. I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in and rocking with me. Sending nothing but love to everybody. All right.